Idaho's News Channel 7. This is the News at 6.
It has been nearly 2 months since police shot a Pocatello teenager. He later died at the hospital from those injuries.
Yeah, on April 5th, 17-year-old Victor Perez, whose parents say was nonverbal, autistic, and had cerebral palsy, was shot 9 times by Pocatello police. Now, his family says the incident began with a misunderstanding during a family barbecue.
Yeah, Brenda Rodriguez has been following the story since the beginning. And Brenda, today you learned new information about previous interactions between Victor, his family, and the police, correct?
Yeah, Morgan Hunter, during a news conference, if you remember back in April, we reported Pocatello police said responding officers were told Victor had medical condition, or were not told rather, that he had a medical condition or was in a mental health crisis. But records today show that Pocatello police had been called to that house at least twice before. The first was on December 2nd, nearly 4 months before the shooting, for a call about a mentally disabled juvenile assaulting his mother. When officers arrived, Victor was nonverbal and holding his mother to the floor. A family member said that the teen had not been taking his medication since moving from Chicago a couple months prior. They told officers that Victor had a history of outburst. His mother refused to press charges, but did ask for medical help. Both were taken for evaluation and no arrests were made that day. The second call came in February, just over a month before the shooting. Victor's grandfather reported that he was having trouble controlling him. And according to reports, officers described Victor as being upset, making fists and gesturing as if to be arrested. And again, police left without making an arrest. They referred the family to mental health services. And the report states that the incident was forwarded to Child Protective Services to see if they could visit the home and evaluate their situation. The attorney representing Victor's family says that these prior calls show officers were aware the teen needed help, information that should have caused police to respond differently.
It just confirms our notion that the officers had notice, and it confirms what we see as the objective factors showing that Victor Perez was dealing with a mental health crisis, and his family was trying to help him through it. And really that his family was just, they're looking for assistance. So the detractors would say, well, you know, you see a knife, and so therefore the police had a right to shoot. However, what I would say is that police are trained to deal with this type of situation. Two, they had noticed that they could have been dealing with a mental health crisis. Three, there's opportunities to de-escalate.
The family has filed a formal notice of their intent to sue the city of Pocatello. So far, the city has not responded. Multiple reviews are now underway, including one by the East Idaho Critical Incident Task Force, an independent investigation by the Idaho Attorney General's office requested by the Bannock County prosecutor. And now the family has made the same request from the AG's office. And Morgan Hunter, we reached out to the city of Pocatello regarding these previous incidents, but officials declined to comment, citing the ongoing investigation. And coming up later tonight on the news at 10, our Abby Davis spoke to a de-escalation expert about how they wish police would have approached this situation.
And Brenda, has the family heard back from the Attorney General's office since making that request?
Yeah, that request was made a couple days ago, according to the attorney. They haven't heard back from them. I also reached out to the office to see if they were going to take this investigation. They have not responded yet.
All right, Brenda, thank you.